USA beats Canada 3-1 in Four Nations, face-off, live updates, and reaction. The United States has beaten Canada in best-on-best men's hockey for the first time since 2010 to clinch a spot in Thursday's championship game in Boston. USA beats Canada 3-1 in Four Nations face-off. The United States has beaten Canada in best-on-best men's hockey for the first time since the group stage of the 2010 Winter Olympics, prevailing 3-1 in Montreal over their bitter rivals. The result has guaranteed the US a spot in Thursday's Four Nations face-off championship game in Boston. Highlights: 3 fights in the opening 9 seconds. Connor McDavid opened the scoring early in the first period. Jake Guentzel tied the game at 1-1 midway through the first. Dylan Larkin scored midway through the second to give the US their first lead. Guentzel scored an empty netter with just over a minute left to seal the result. Makar, due to illness, missed the game and was replaced by Harley. Matthew Tkachuk suffered a lower body injury and stopped playing during the third period. Larkin emerges in second. Dylan Larkin started the tournament as America's number 4 right wing. He will not be back there anytime soon. Larkin, promoted to third-line center against Canada, was electric in the second period. He nearly executed an inside-out move in front of Jordan Binnington, but rang his shot off the left post. Larkin made up for his miss later in the second. The Americans made a stout play in the defensive zone. Matt Boldy picked off a Sidney Crosby pass to initiate a 2-on-1 rush for Larkin and JT Miller. Meanwhile, Harley had gone off the ice for a change after getting the puck into the offensive zone. With only Travis Sanheim back for Canada, Larkin pushed the pace and whistled a shot on net, never even looking at Miller as an option. Larkin's shot sizzled through Jordan Binnington, giving the Americans a 2-1 lead they wouldn't relinquish. McDavid versus McAvoy. Charlie McAvoy is one of the league's stouter defenders, but McAvoy was helpless against Connor McDavid's ludicrous speed. In the first period, after taking an outlet pass in the neutral zone from Drew Doughty, McDavid punched the turbos, blew past McAvoy, and catapulted a backhander over Hellebuyck for the game's opening goal. McAvoy seemed to take it personally. Later in the first, McAvoy dropped McDavid with a hip check, then shoved his head toward the ice. On the following shift, McAvoy thumped McDavid along the boards. McAvoy and partner Zach Werenski were tasked with matching McDavid, Sam Reinhart, and Mitch Marner. Binnington shaky early. Jake Guentzel approached with pace off the rush. He took a tape-to-tape pass from Jack Eichel, but Guentzel was outside the left dot when he released a 22-foot shot. Most goalies stop such shots with ease, but Jordan Binnington let Guentzel's shot slip through his pads, tying the game at 1-1. It was a shot Binnington had to stop. While it was Guentzel's goal, Eichel created the chance. The center stripped Devon Toews in the defensive zone and rapidly carried the puck through the neutral zone. Eichel has been the Americans' best transition center. Game stats. USA 2, Canada 1, shots 23-26, face-off percentage 52% to 48%, power plays 0 for 1 to 0 for 2, penalty minutes 19-17, hits 34-29, blocked shots 15-17. Lower body injury for Matthew Tkachuk. U.S. head coach Mike Sullivan says Matthew Tkachuk is being evaluated for a lower body injury. He wouldn't say yet if the U.S. would hold him out of Monday's game and save him for Thursday's championship. Larkin, one of the best experiences of my life. More from Dylan Larkin after the game. That was one of the best experiences of my life. Just an unbelievable hockey game. The Tkachuk brothers and Millsy, what a start, and credit to those guys for answering the bell. The crowd, just a great night for our sport, and a great night for this rivalry. Can't wait to get back to Boston and get on home soil. On the Matthew Tkachuk fight, when the first one happened, I was like, oh, there's no way that Brady doesn't get in the action here. There's just no way. I didn't know, but you could see the looks before the puck was dropped. Tkachuk unconcerned about injury. Matthew Tkachuk said he's not concerned about whatever kept him sidelined the final 12.5 minutes of tonight's game. Dylan Larkin said when he scored the go-ahead goal, he just so happened to look into the corner and spotted his entire family celebrating. He couldn't miss his dad's whitest hair.
Breaking news.
Bennett wants a rematch. Sam Bennett calls Canada-USA the greatest rivalry in hockey. In this tournament, all we've got to do is win another game and we get them again. Makar's status up in the air. Will Cale Makar, who is dealing with an illness, be available for Canada on Monday against Finland in Boston? Canada head coach John Cooper says hopefully. Updated Four Nations projections. With tonight's result, Canada's likelihood of reaching the final has dropped to 71% according to our model. Finland are the main beneficiary of that, while Sweden's chances of advancing are slim. Praise for Harley. Thomas Harley, Cale Makar's replacement in Canada's defense, could be the wildly unlikely breakout star of this tournament. He was exceptional tonight. Connor Hellebuyck saved 2.36 goals above expected tonight, according to Natural Stat Trick. That has to be a massive confidence boost for USA heading into the championship game. With the US clinching a spot in the Four Nations final with a game to spare, you have to think Chris Kreider gets a chance to play the last round-robin game, especially if Matthew Tkachuk is banged up. It would be a cool moment for the forward, especially because the remaining games are in his hometown of Boston. A word for Hellebuyck. Studly performance by Hellebuyck in net. He didn't make any jaw-dropping saves because he didn't have to thanks to how great he was positionally. Shut down a ridiculously talented offensive team and made it look easy.